Hello, hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Be able to see the screen now. Just sharing it this time. Be able to see the screen now. Can anybody confirm? Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were discussing regarding the table tag and how to insert table and other things. So one by one, let us see the options. Take an example. How does this work? So obviously, let us start with a small program. Which will insert the previous class we had seen one example, I guess. Let me name this as table demo 4, but we are already there. Save this as HTML file. Save this. So obviously, I'm just repeating this so that you'll have a revision of this. So what we are supposed to do first, the HTML tag. We'll do this because there should not be any confusion as such. Then what is the next tag? Got a head tag, and then close the head tag. We have got a title tag inside the head tag. The table demonstration. Close the title tag. Save this. Just check out normal run. You can see you get a HTML page with the title as the table demonstration. No contents are there as we have not given any contents. Let us include the contents. So any contents of the table should be inside the body tag. So that should be inside the HTML tag, outside the head tag. So opening and closing of the body tag. From this, yes, right. Then here, paragraph. Let us give display the text. Use of tables in HTML. Right, then one text will be displayed over there. If we want, let us use all the properties that we have used before. Font size. Is equal to size is equal to, let us check if the value is increased or not. So now there is some. So no bit for this one. Let us use the H1 tag for the time being. H1 tag, yes. Okay. Save this. Now one by one, what we'll do is we'll go on adding the contents of this. Now this is our basic structure of the program. The basic structure is ready. And then add the table tag. Closing tags will be there for the table. So here everything has to be inserted within this. So as we saw in the previous lesson, we want to include a row, then use the TR tag, table row tag. So we have seen the example. Then one row will be inserted, but anyhow, to have the data, we need the TD tag. So we'll give this as what? We'll say TH. There is one tag called as TH, which will give you the header. TH is used for the table header. So use the TH tag, and again one more TH tag. Name this. TH stands for the table header. So now let us check out our program. You can see serial number and name have been added over there. As we saw in the previous class, there is one attribute called as the border attribute, which has been given in the opening table tag. Now that specifies the thickness of the table. Until and unless you explicitly give the border tag, the table will not be displayed. Now here border size is equal to 2. Now you can see, I'll just refresh this. You can see table has come. That means the table borders have come. So this is one property. So the tags which we have seen specific to table, TR, table tag, and then TH tag. So now heading is over. Now what we'll do is we'll give the next row will be for the data. So we'll give insert another row. So how to insert a row? Using the TR opening and closing tags. So here, first row we have inserted. Then we are inserting the second row. Here what we'll do is we'll use the tag called as TD. TD stands for the table data. End of the TD tag here. Means this will be added over there. You can just see the placings of those. Serial number 1. Name here. Close. So table data has been inserted over here. So now the header we have inserted. Now the data has been inserted over there. If we want to add one more value to the rows, then here go on adding th and then phone number, close the th tag. So you can see here one phone number will be added over there. So accordingly, let us add the data over here. So here we close the tag and then close the tag. So we have added one particular thing. Right? Understood this? Now see the output there. Check the output over there. One more. This one is added over there. So let us include a couple of more records. So what I'll do is copy this, paste it, and then change it to number 2. So give this particular value. Give this particular value. So here, first row, second row, and third row. First row, we have given the data as th because this is a header, and then other values are td. That will be the data. So here, one more row has been added. Okay, fine. This will be there. Now, what we will do is add another row over here. Add the data for this one. So one more row has been added over to this one. So following this, how to include the values and how to include the this one. rows and columns? Doubt here? Yes, anyone?
No, sir, no doubts.
Okay. What we'll do is here. Let us go to this one. Let us see all the properties now. So, how to give the tables? We have seen the table type, border, and then inserting the rows and then table data. Yeah. See, then this one, this example we already have seen. The table rows, and then different data for them. Now here there are a couple of attributes called as cell spacing and cell padding. Now these attributes are to be given in the table tag. Now, along with the border, let us give these attributes of cell spacing is equal to the value is to be given in terms of pixels. See, we have given the values in terms of pixels. Cell spacing is equal to 5. Just save this and check this one. Now you can see there is some change. I'll increase this once again. I'll make this as 50. When I refresh this, just you can have a look at this, how this works out. Refresh this, you can see the cell spacing value has been increased. Suppose if I make this as 20, you can see the change over there. So what we can do is we can interpret this as now here. This is one particular cell. The square which is encircling the name, that is square. And this is the border of the table. So the distance between the square of a cell, the border of a cell and border of a table is called as the cell spacing. From 50, I have made this to 20. Now you can see here the cell spacing got reduced to this. Now this value, let us make it as 20 is not required. Let us make it as 5. So that is what cell spacing is all about. You can see here now. Again, revise this. Now again, the this, the distance between the cell border and the border of the table has reduced to 5 pixels. Now the cell padding is nothing but the distance. Okay, I make this as 50 to make it easily understandable. Now here, the distance between this box and this box is called as the border of the table and border of the cell is called as the cell spacing. Cell padding is the distance between the content of the cell and the border of the cell. I hope you are following. Now, include that particular attribute also. Cell padding is equal to 10. So you can see here now what we have done is cell spacing we have given as 50, cell padding we have given as 10. Now here the border of this particular cell and the content, the text which is displayed, there the distance will be made to have a distance of 10. You can see it. Cell padding, we made it 5. And cell spacing will reduce this now. 10. Cell padding make this as 50. Now refresh this, you can see it. Now there is not much difference cell spacing. That is this distance between the border and border of the table and border of this particular cell. But there is a distance between the content of the cell and the border of the cell. So that is the cell pad. You clearly followed the definitions of cell spacing and cell pad. Any doubts there? What is cell spacing and cell padding? So
No, sir.
we can keep this particular 5. This one has 5. Cell spacing and cell padding distance as 5. If you want, you can reduce the cell spacing distance to 2 also. As per your requirement, how this look. So here we have given this particular. Okay, fine. A couple of other attributes. Let us check out. So cell spacing and cell padding we have seen. Then row span and column span. Now here there are two attributes which are called as row span and column span. Now, these attributes are to be given in the TR or the TR type. Here you can see row span is equal to I'll give the value as 3. Check the output of this one. So now change over here. Now what I'm supposed to do is here in this particular case, I'm supposed to specify the values. Let us take this example over there. Yeah. Okay. Insert another row. Insert the row after the table is. You can see here. Closing PR type, and I can see here what we have given is the row span is equal to row 1 cell 1, row 1 cell 2, row 1 cell 3. So we run this, you can see here a single cell, this particular thing, a single cell will be having a span of, if you want to increase the length, you can use this particular thing. Row span is equal to 3. If I refresh this, the span of this particular will be increased. So you can see the row span will increase over there. So here, only if necessary, you can use this. Otherwise, you can skip this particular thing. Similarly, column span will be there. So if you want instead of row span, you can say column span. Then you can run this instead of rows, will span over a couple of columns. However, if you do not give it proper, see it is spanning over multiple columns over there. So use it only when necessary and required over there. Here, let us remove this for the time being, and then check how does this your row span and column span. To understand this, let me take the simple example here. Okay. Set the table tag. See here. Now here, table row, and then what we have done is 2 rows we have given. First row contains 2 elements. Remove this for the time being. Just see, 1 row we have added, it contains 2 elements. And this, I can see row 2 cell 1 2. And this I'll just say what 1 2. So save away 1 and 2. So refresh this, you can see 1 and 2. First and second easy to view also. First and second. First and second you can see over there. And then what we'll do is we'll add the column span. Yeah, column span is equal to 3. We'll just see this as what column Yeah, if you refresh this, you can see there are two rows, but only one column, which is having twice the length. Because we had given what the column span is equal to. Let us give it as 2 and check how does this work. Column span is equal to 2. Yeah, so two columns. The first row, two columns are there. In the second row, only one column is there, but length we have increased it to the length equivalent to two columns. Here, what we'll do is include another data. This is, let me call this as third, and then end of the TD tag. Now let us check how this works. Now, you can see here. Now, first row, 1, 2, 3 columns are there. 3 values are there. In the second row, only one column is there. So understand this in a better way. What we'll do is column span is equal to 1. First, initially, let us give column span is equal to 1. Refresh this. See here. It will be only one column will be inserted. But sometimes what happens is you want only one element, but which should span over multiple columns. In that case, you can give the values like this. Column span is equal to 2. In this case, what will happen is this will span over two columns instead of one. I can see this particular data is spanning over two columns. So if you want to span over or spread over the entire row, then make it as column span is equal to 3. So this will span completely over there. So you can see here, first row contains 3 columns, second row contains only one column, which is spanning over all the 3 columns. That is how we use the row span and column span attributes. Understood this? Any doubts here? Row span and column span.
No, sir, no doubts. We understood.
So there
No
is
doubt, sir.
fine. Now there is one more. There are a couple of more attributes. You can see a border color and BG color. Border we already have seen. So what we'll do is you can specify over there. Yeah. I'll replace this. Right. Border is equal to 5. Border color is equal to green, and then background color is equal to gray. Let us see if that gets executed. Yes, it is getting executed. Probably you will not be able to see this. Change the color probably, then you can see what the color is equal to. Let me make it as red so that you can see it. What the color is equal to. Sometimes one way of giving colors may not work, so I'll show you a different way of giving colors. Peach color is equal to gray, border color is equal to green. This might not be supported. One way. We can use another way for this. Let me show you. See here. It was not showing in Firefox, but the colors have been changed. The background color is gray, and then the border color is red over there. Probably this might be the possibility that my Firefox has not been updated. That's why there is a possibility. So in case if that doesn't work, you can check in some other browser. So check border color is equal to yellow, and then background. Let me give this as the blue. Execute this here. See, border is equal to yellow. For better visibility, let us reverse this background. Let us make it as yellow. And then border color. Let us make this blue. Yeah. So this Yeah, you can see this one. So attributes, remember what we have used, border we have used, border color we have used, BC color we have used. Then what was the other one? Cell spacing is equal to 5. Cell padding is equal to 5. Take it to the next line also. So all the attributes can be given in the opening tag of this. So remember this, here only you can write a complete note on the table. So opening table tag is there, TR tag is there, TH is there, then ED is there. Then we have got cell spacing, cell padding, border color, and then BG color. Some other attributes, let us check out. Row span we have seen, BG color we have seen, column span we have seen. Okay. Background, there is one attribute called as the background. That means insert a image. Okay. All the attributes are listed over here. Now we had one particular image called as c.jpg. So for this one, let us remove the board. Sorry, not border color. Background color. Let us remove because we are inserting a background picture over here. Image we have inserted over there. So check if that is working. You can see that blue image. You remember there was an image of C. So that image, complete image is not uh, imposed at the background because obviously the size of the table is quite small. So that is why it is. So you can include a background image also for your table. Then there is a tag called as the caption tag. If you want to give a caption to the table, then you can give the caption. So caption tag, you can use it just before the table tag. List of students. So you can see a close of the caption tag. Close the caption tag. See the caption. Yeah, you can see a list of students. Caption will be given to that particular table. Okay, then what we'll do is I'll just change a small this thing over here. Serial number. I'll make this as what item name. This one as price. Okay. Serial number 1. Save this as pizza. Price 123. Item 2. Aditi, what do you want to enter here?
So burger.
Okay. So I have entered already pasta. I'll enter burger next time. Yeah. Okay. This. What I'll do is enter one more column. Save this as total. Save this as total. This one will be serial number 4. Now let us see how this change over here. Total, I'll make this as say 1000. Don't count the total, just for reference purpose. I've given this as 1000. Now you can see here that everything is coming over there. For our understanding purpose, friends, For the view this one, we'll remove this background image. Let us give BG color. Color is equal to let us say gray itself, so that can be seen properly. I can see with gray. Let us remove this for the time being. Now what we can do is this part we can have separate distinction. Now, this table can be divided into separate distinctions for easy understanding and viewing purposes. I have removed the background color over here. Now here in this case, see here, first row, let this be one part, let this be another part, and let this be another part. So what changes happening? Just have a look at this. First row. This contains the first row. I'll put this in the, there is a tag called as T head. So table header, that is called as table header. I'll put that in table header. Second one, I'll say this as the body. This will be the body of the table. So where this will come into picture. Here. This becomes the end of the body. Okay. Then there is another tag called as the footer. That is footer. So table header, table footer, and table body can be specified over there. Specify the footer. Now you can see a last row in the footer, second, third, and fourth rows inside the table body from here till here. And then the first row, what we are doing is we are putting it inside the head. So we are putting it inside the header. Okay. Close this. See. Now refresh this. There won't be any change as such. Why we use this is for specifying some kind of say effects that we give. Now here, just check out what changes I'm going to make over here. Now here table body is there. Here to here. So in the output, we can see here. Refresh this or remove that 0. Now this is under, this row is under the table header D. This row is under the footer, table footer. And then these 3 rows are in the table body, what we have seen. Now quickly, I will continue this in the next class, but quickly I'll show you one small change over there. Check out in the head tag. The head tag after the title, we can see it. Just introducing a style tag. Style can be a property also, style can be a tag also. If you use it, yeah, I think not much time left. There was a disturbance. You can enter your attendance now. This I'll continue in the tomorrow's class.